I was planning to do these sorts of videos only once every 3 months or so. You know, a quarter of a year. We'd have 4 a year and it'd be great. But a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, and I honestly think a second channel update is in order, despite us having done one in June. Let's start with the Streamathon, where I streamed for 8 days in a row. I've learned quite a few things from it that are going to shape how the channel operates moving forwards. For one, creative burnout. It's bound to happen after you push yourself to your limit making content, but that's the thing. I didn't hit my limit. I was expecting to need to take a week off after the Streamathon was done, but here we are, this video today and another stream tomorrow. Plus, there was a stream this last Wednesday, and probably going to be more midweek streams to come. I think thanks to my experience, and a few comments from subscribers, members, supporters, viewers, etc., I'm starting to really understand where my creative niche on this platform can flourish the most, for the sake of my mental health, my workload and workflow, and what people come to this channel for the most. So, to start, streams are fun. Community engagement is high because people can directly interact with me and have a fun conversation, which also benefits the content since I can bounce off said conversations and keep the ball rolling in a fun way. On top of that, from the stream's start to the stream's end, that's all the work I have to do to bring you all a couple of hours of content. It's a pretty straightforward and easy workflow. The main downside to all of this is the content loses its value pretty heavily once the stream ends, making it harder to attract new subscribers, and also leaving out old ones who can't make it to the live streams. That does suck, and I'm sorry I can't do much to fix it. I'm especially sorry because I'm planning to seriously tone down or entirely ditch video-based entertainment. My editing style is clumsy, and my workflow is abysmal. Trimming multiple hours of content down into a digestible package is just not my forte. Of course, if this channel eventually grows to the point where I can afford an editor, I'll get one, but for now things aren't looking so hot. I'll try to continue the Port Emily and Gananoque playthrough of Railroads Online. Luna, Clyde, and myself have found our footing with that series and know how to make 2 hours of straight content stay entertaining, which is great because I don't have to edit any of it, and it constitutes as a worthwhile episode. However, starting a new series would be extremely clumsy, and I don't want to commit to another project like that, especially if I don't think I'll have the energy to even get it off the ground. That's not to say I won't keep doing videos, though. I like making videos in a similar style to the one you're watching now, where I record some background footage and do a voiceover to discuss something, such as a game update, channel update like this one, or maybe a story like No Home for a Hero. And you people seem to enjoy that content. Some of my best videos since the recent resurgence of this channel have been Railroads Online patch notes, cliff notes. Most of them have been that, actually. It's what I'm the most comfortable making, it's what I feel I know how to make the most consistently, and it's what does well with viewers. So, yeah, no reason to fix what ain't broke, you know? Along with that, YouTube Shorts are also pretty decent. Being restricted to making your point in a minute-long window and a different aspect ratio is definitely a weird experience, but it's also an easy way to show off funny little moments from our streams, both to give old subscribers the highlights and to entice new ones to watch when I'm live. Plus, shorts spread around like wildfires because you can just watch one for a minute, then another, making it easier for more people to see my short. It's not a format I'm entirely used to yet, but it's one I feel somewhat comfortable with and worth exploring further. So, moving forwards, I'm going to give more priority to what I feel is working and less to what I feel isn't. Streams will become more common, Informational videos will happen about as much as they already do, though there is an asterisk there. I'll try to see if I can make YouTube Shorts more consistently, and regular videos will be dropped once the Port Emily and Gananoque playthrough is over, until the channel is large enough to afford a dedicated video editor. As for the additional streams, I plan to do one on Sundays, and one in the middle of the week, maybe 2 if things go well. However, I'm not sure which day I should go for. I'm personally thinking like Wednesday or Thursday because that's the farthest date away from Sundays, but I could be reasonably convinced to go for any weekday. There's a poll in my community tab where you can tell me which day you prefer most, and a link to that poll in the description of this video. Go cast your vote, tell me what you'd like to see. Also, a little side note and a shameless plug. I'm sorry, but there are going to be a few plugs in this video. Streaming more has the added benefit of making the basic channel membership tier, where you just get the emotes and a shiny badge, worth a lot more. Maybe it's worth grabbing if you're a regular viewer of my streams. Just saying. Now, that's not all the Streamathon has taught me. It's also taught me some other games would be worth regularly featuring on the channel. This includes, but is not limited to, Unrailed. This has the chaos of a party game and the technique of a roguelike. You have to build tracks in front of your train, which will only ever stop if you build to a station, at which point you can upgrade your train with more cars with new effects to help keep you from derailing. You need to manage your limited tools, keep yourself from getting blocked out of building your path forwards, keep the train from catching on fire. Every element on its own is simple, but combined they make for a crazy fun game for up to a group of 4 people. I think you can expect to see this one on both solo streams and a supporter group streams in the future. Void Train is a game in a similar vein to Raft, where you build up a small platform, gather resources from near said platform, upgrade it, protect it, and progress. I'm generally not one to enjoy first-person shooter games, but this was surprisingly calm, and my bad aim wasn't as much of a problem as it could have been. The dynamic between building your platform and fighting was fun, and I'm starting to find my footing in this Void. Solo streams for this one. I know it's multiplayer, but I'm not ready for that right now. Derail Valley. Need I say more? If you don't know about this train-running game/simulator, how big is the rock you've been living under? Like, seriously, this thing has been all over the place recently in this sort of train game circle. Anyways, you accept contracts, take your locomotive, and haul trains around a very weird track network. It's a blast, and I've been a little bit addicted to it this last week after I first played it last Sunday, and I've got a decent track record for not derailing on streams. Off-stream, not so much. I'm aware that there's a multiplayer mod, but there's no official multiplayer, so we're just gonna stick to solo streams for now. So, yeah, we're not just stuck to Railroads Online anymore. I mean, obviously, we're going to keep playing Railroads Online, that's what tomorrow's stream is going to be, but we now have a little more variety in our life. I think that's a good thing. Next, we have a channel project in the works. Why play a game all about narrow gauge when you can make a model of it instead? After all, arts and crafts fit perfectly within my niche of calming voiceover videos like this one. With some donations and the support of community members, we have started a small ON30 collection. At the time of making this video, I only have 3 pieces of equipment, but I've been told more is on the way and have been pitching in to get some myself. The layout isn't going to be very big. I could potentially build it in my basement where I have access to a 12 by 24 foot room, but that's a pretty major scope to build in when I'm just getting started on this idea and not even sure it's going to go anywhere. Instead, it's going to be a small layout in the corner of my bedroom. The layout, excluding the staging cassette, will be around 6 by 6 feet in an L shape, with a modular design in case I do eventually want to expand upon it and bring it into my basement in the future. The big thing that makes this layout exciting is the way it abruptly ends. No big industry like a coal mine, no grain elevators, no major cities, just a bridge that's collapsed and needs to be rebuilt. It's why we have a steam derrick for the project already, after all. It's a creative place for the railroad to serve, like an industry, and a creative incident you don't see modeled all the time, especially not on an actually functional model railroad. I'm still working out the details of this project, but hey, the ball's rolling. Look forward to that in the coming months. And now, the big, important thing, at least what I think is probably most important to a lot of you people. We now have a dedicated, modded Minecraft server for the channel. Now, before you try and join immediately, it's only available to members and supporters. It isn't free. You can join via the Discord and a Ko-Fi subscription of $5 USD, or on YouTube for $10 USD. Now, the reason for this different pricing is because YouTube has more perks, specifically emotes for the streams, but it also gives me less of a cut of the money that you spend. It's a 30% cut. Ko-Fi takes, like, taxes. If you were to buy the cheapest Ko-Fi and YouTube subscription tiers, you would save $2 over the $10 YouTube tier, get all the same perks, and I would still get around the same amount of money. Maybe like half a dollar less, but I think you saving $2 is worth more there, honestly. And if you're just here for the Minecraft server, just go for the Ko-Fi subscription. Alright, enough money talk. Let's get to the chase and talk about what mods the server has. There's Create, which allows you to build your own trains and automate to high heavens. We're planning to make a pretty massive railroad on this server. It's not like the most realistic Steam Sims or even just any Steam Sims, but we've got other games for that. We've got Railroads Online, we've got Derail Valley. I think we'll be fine. Oh, the Biomes You'll Go gives you far more biomes to explore, as the name might imply, and block types to use for building. Farmer's Delight provides more foods to farm or craft. Want a burger? You can probably make one. Proximity voice chat lets those who are comfortable talking in-game have a more immersive experience and also allows for some hilarious moments involving people falling off cliffs to their demise. Oh, there's a ravine over here. Is this the one?
Nope, not it. Oh no.
There's a lot of small mods, which I won't all cover here because most of them are just like optimization mods like Sodium, but I must mention a few. Like the Backpacks mod, which allows you to carry more stuff in the early game, though at the cost of a chest plate. We have things like the Antique Atlas mod, which lets you have a simplified but infinite map of the explored world. Don't ever get lost again. Oh, and also, probably most important, custom paintings. Any image on your computer can be added to the server. Just don't upload porn or something. While I'm not the most active on it, I do also play on this server. We've only had it for a day or 3 at this point when I'm recording the video, and it's been an absolute blast to play the few times I've hopped on. We're still working on a spawn village and getting easy access to the Nether, but hey, if you want to make your mark on our world, that's the perfect time to do it. Come join us. Only $5 a month. Oh, and also, something funny I should mention. I can spoil the IP for you. Now, the server has a whitelist, so don't expect to figure out the super secret mod list and jump in on your own, but I thought you would all have a kick out of the name for the server. It's uinta.club. Alright, TLDR for the whole show today. Gaming videos will die out soon. In their place, a model railroad project and some more technical explanations of various things will pop up, and streams will happen far more often. The model railroad project has already begun and will be in ON30 scale. We now have a modded Minecraft server for channel supporters if you're into that and also want to help keep my content afloat. That's about all I have for you. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, doing the usual chat and chill Railroads Online op session with Tier 2 supporters running trains in the background. Come hang out, just chat and vibe. But most importantly, whatever you do, have a nice day. Cheers, folks.